On the 28th of December, 1620, the first settlers into the Americas assigned land plots to themselves and began building the first homes and storehouses that would turn into our oldest cities. This was a process that lasted nearly a year and yielded crude buildings made of rough plank and thatched roof, which was highly flammable. According to MayflowerHistory.com, the earliest houses in Plymouth had thatched roofs, but because they were more likely to catch fire, the colony eventually passed a law that would require new homes be built with plank roofs instead. It is because of revisions such as this over time that today the process of building a safe home takes on average 6 months. My name is Jesse Wellman, and I've been working in various construction fields for the last 5 years. In 2015, I worked with a small company building houses. During that time, my team and I built 4 houses from start to finish. Today, I'm going to go through a general 5-phase process on how houses are built. The first phase in the process is acquiring a permit for your build. There are various forms of proofs and inspections that contractors will have to submit to begin the approval process of getting a permit. A detailed engineer-approved plan of the house as well as a layout of the electrical and plumbing will have to be submitted. There will have to be geological inspections of the soil to see if it is suitable for building on. The location of the septic and water wells or city water supply will need to be provided. After these items have been submitted to the state office, the state will inspect the property. Depending on the size of your build, it can take anywhere from a week to 6 weeks before a permit is approved. But while you wait, you can start phase 2. Phase 2 starts with clearing the land you will be building on. When working with land that has never been built, it may be necessary to remove trees, boulders, or any other obstacles from the property. This is also the best time to dig up the ground and install any water lines, natural gas lines, main power supplies, and septic tanks that are necessary. If the soil is deemed unsuitable for building on, the soil will have to be dug up and replaced with a stronger soil in order for the permit to be approved. Once the permit is approved, the contractor can start laying the foundation for the house. There are several types of foundations, including slab, crawl space, and stilted, which are the more popular ones here in the South, and there are others such as basement foundations. As the foundation is constructed, plumbing coming from the ground is installed into what will later be the inside of the house. Throughout this process, various inspectors inspect the work that's being done. Inspectors ensure that everything is being built correctly, safely, and honestly. Phase 3 is where things really start to take shape. This is the framework of the house. Though a construction site can seem like a confusing mess at times, the process of building the walls of a house is simple. Firstly, using chalk lines, the first floor of the house is drawn out onto the home's foundation. The walls are essentially laid out and built piece by piece on the slab and then lifted into place. Once all exterior walls are built, the whole structure is squared and the interior walls are built. Next, the second floor and the roof are installed. Typically, the roof pieces or trusses of a house are pre-manufactured and delivered to the build site. Once the trusses are installed with metal strapping, treated plywood is installed onto the exterior and the roof of the house. It is at this point that the house will be wrapped in a protective plastic material and anchored down with huge bolts that shoot from the foundation into the wall of the home. Next, the windows, electrical, insulation, and HVAC are installed into the house and final inspection held before the 4th phase. Now that everything that will be behind the walls has been inspected, the sheetrock can be installed and mudded in the 4th phase. Sheetrock is a fire retardant board material which is used for the walls we traditionally see in homes. Once the seams and the corners between the boards have been mudded and sanded to a smooth finish, the painting of each room can start. After the walls are painted, the kitchen counters and any tile walls can be installed. In the bathrooms, the tub was installed during the 3rd phase, but the rest of the fixtures will come after the floors have been installed. Typically, the last step in the 4th phase before a final inspection will usually a signpost that the house is complete is the installation of the carpet. This is so the carpet won't get dirty while workers are still moving around the house. In the 5th and final phase, when there is no need for anyone to go inside the house any further, the landscaping will be done. This will typically consist of laying out irrigation lines as well as grass sod for the lawn. Flower beds and shrubberies will be placed strategically in the yard, and in some more custom cases, homeowners may request a garden be built in the yard. In cases like these, there may even be a call for the builder to hire a company to furnish and decorate the home. But this typically happens with wealthier, older homeowners or some of the builds you see on TV. In conclusion, I have given you a general 5-phase process of how a house is built, which includes the process of getting a permit and the wait time expected for that approval, clearing land and knowing when there is a need for soil inspection, general explanation of how the exterior walls and houses are built, the order in which the interior is installed, as well as some of the extra tasks a builder may do, such as landscaping and interior decorating. If you ever have your own house built, I hope you'll take this into consideration while estimating its completion time.